Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you how to bleed your fuel system on a diesel engine. Now, this is going to be for a diesel engine with an injection pump. To tell if you have an injection pump, the first thing you should do is look for it. It's going to be big, sitting on the side of the engine, usually gear driven. It's going to have however many cylinders you have, it's going to have that amount of lines coming off it into the engine. Mine's right here. Here are the lines going to the nozzles. So diesel fuel systems are very delicate. If you have any air, the engine's going to have a problem starting. So if you replaced parts, if you had a leaking part, or if your vehicle sat for a long time and there's air in the system, you're going to want to bleed it. Or if you're just trying to diagnose it and find out if there's fuel going to the engine. I'm going to show you that right now. Okay, so a few things you want to do to help the process go along and help bleed the system better are find your fuel filter. If you have a screw on, you can unscrew it, fill it with fuel, put it back on. Mine, I could take the top bolt off, fill the filter with fuel. This is going to help get rid of some of that air and help get fuel to the engine faster, so the bleeding process is way easier. Also, you want to find your injection pump, and on the top I have a return line right here. I'm going to take the bolt out, fill the pump with fuel. Right now, this car starts and runs because I replaced the return lines, so everything's all good. But this is just an example to show you how you can bleed the system easier. Okay, so the last thing you're going to want to do is crack your fuel lines. I already cracked 2 of them, so I'm going to get the other 2. You don't want to loosen them all the way, you just want to loosen them enough to where fuel is going to bleed out. And the good thing about injection pumps is if you loosen the lines, there's going to be no high pressure fuel that can hurt you. You won't get an injection wound. This is not a common rail, because all the pressure that builds up is in the nozzle down in the block. So you're going to loosen the lines up, and now you're going to go in the car and start cranking it. You're going to see fuel spurt out. Keep going until all 4 cylinders, in my case, are squirting fuel. Okay, I don't know if you can see it or not, but the lines going into the engine, they're all wet with diesel fuel. So my fuel system's bled. Usually, if there's air trapped in the system, you'll see fuel shooting out pretty high. So this is also a way, like I said earlier, you can diagnose if you have fuel coming to the engine or not. Crack your lines, make sure your battery's charged, crank over the engine, and just see if you get fuel. And you could tell which cylinder's not getting it, which cylinder is, so it's a good way to diagnose it. Okay, so after the fuel comes out of all the lines for each cylinder, you're going to want to tighten up the lines. I've tightened the first one already. You don't want to tighten them too much, snug them down. Now, if everything bled okay, it should start right up. Okay, so that's how you bleed your fuel system, how you can diagnose it easily if you have an injection pump. Thanks for watching.